I'm Mesha Robinson from the Black Gay Perspective. I'm your trans host from the Black Gay Perspective. I've seen a lot of girls on the network that I hadn't met, but in passing, and I wanted to get their perspective, because just like every straight person is different, every trans girl is different. And I wanted to see, what makes you trans and what makes you feel like you're trans. Because makeup and hair, boys are wearing that. So, what's your definition of trans? That's really what I wanted to know. Oh, I can't even. Hello, how are you? Welcome. This is Kwanzaa. Hi, Kwanzaa. I love Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is an open spirit. She's like the type of person you can say, girl, don't tell nobody, and she won't tell nobody. Even if she's upset with you, even if you slash her tires, bust her windows, she still won't unleash that secret, or that's how she came across to me. We got to do something.
Yeah, I hope they don't go.
Hi, and welcome to the clubhouse. Hi, Manaya. How are you?
Guys.
This is Manaya. Baby, we gotta go by the Christian word. I'm not filtering. I'm not. It's God first, God last, God middle. I'm not doing nothing else because I've lived that life and I don't want to go back to that life. So I have to keep my focus on God. Hello and welcome. Hey Karma, how are you?
I'm good.
Karma, meet Manaya and Kwanzaa.
Hi, honey.
Karma's like a live wire. If you plug it in, you about to plug it in. Karma's a lot, but her genuine, I don't think she's understood. I think she fights to be understood. And sometimes you don't have to fight as much to be understood, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could just sit back and gather your thoughts and then project. I don't think she thinks before she projects. And people get the wrong impression because she's such a, and then she thinks about it afterwards.
Good. Okay, come on.
Good afternoon. How are you, Tia? I'm good. How are you? Welcome. Meet Karma, Manaya, and Kwanzaa.
Hey, honey.
I don't want to say she is a fabricator.
Do I liar?
Allegedly. And it's okay. I love her still. I'm her friend on Facebook and on Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
We don't talk much. I'll probably say hey. She'll probably say hey, but that's been months ago. I want to ask you guys a question. When did you come to the realization that you were trans? Or anybody can jump in.
Well, I kind of knew all the way from the age of 6 that I wanted to be. I didn't know nothing about no trans.
Right.
I didn't know the words.
Terms.
Yeah, the terms. But I can remember saying to myself once, when I grow up, I'm gonna look like a woman. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. 6 years old, but I said, when I get grown, I'm just gonna be no man. And so, even at 6, I knew, but it started when I was 19. Start transitioning when I was 19.
Yeah. Kwanzaa?
Well, I knew I was gay after something happened.
What happened, may I ask?
Being raped and different type of stuff.
Okay.
When I was a kid.
Okay.
So I didn't know if I was gonna transition to a girl or what. All I knew was being gay. Basically it. So I met this guy.
How old were you when you met this guy?
I was 20.
Okay.
I was in my 20s. Yeah, I was 20 when I met him. And he wanted me to be a certain way. And so as he wanted me to be a certain way, I was working on that.
For him?
Basically for him.
Okay.
And so I became to like it. And so I fathered, by keep on doing it and doing different stuff and, you know, just making myself look pretty every day.
Mastering your craft. Do you feel that if this situation would have happened, would you been trans, or you just would have been a gay man?
I think I would have been trans.
Okay. Karma, what about you?
Well, at 4.
Not 4.
Yes, God.
Not
At
4.
4, I knew I was different. 13, I was doing the whole hair thing. Yes.
Really?
But yeah, I was looking at things on the pop-ups on the computer screen, and all I would see was chicks with dicks, and I was like, oh my God, that looks so familiar. That's me. That's me. So that's how I knew.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Tia?
Yeah, early on. I used to have different visions about when I was younger, kind of like my sister here. The only thing is I could see how my parents were functioning, how our house was, because I came from a really conventional house. My dad was a pastor. My mother took care of the home, didn't work. You know, me and my siblings, we would go to school, you know,
Do daily
do home chores, go to church, and that was our life. But I began, like, I saw that for me, just me as a woman.
But you was looking at the
older.
mother role, right? You were looking at the mother
Exactly. And then, not to get into it, but when I transitioned, I fasted for 3 days, and then I began to have, at late 20s, I began to have those same dreams as when I was little. Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
role. People still have a back story. I don't understand it. It ain't never happened before. I ain't never seen it before. And you seen boys dressing like girls before you seen gay men. You know, TV, walking on the street. Because that's how you knew a man was gay. Their feminine attributes or their feminine quotes, or that's how you knew men were gay. You know, doing girl stuff.
Yeah.
So I get it, but then I don't, especially in 2024, 2022, 2023. I never seen that before. It's new to me. I wasn't raised like that. When do you girls feel that it's okay to tell a guy that you're dating or potentially dating, meet him in a club, gas station, whatever, that you are trans?
Well, me, I tell them, like, say for instance, a guy come up to me and want to talk to me. My first thing come out with, I'm a trans. It's up to you if you still want to talk to me. And why I do that, to protect myself. Because I see a lot of trans getting killed because once they get to the destination of hotels or houses, to a person's house or anything, and they feel between their legs, or they discover that they are trans, that's how our trans community, are dying off. So I just tell them right off top, it's up to you.
I agree. I think you should. I'm gonna say this: if you plan on, it's kind of tricky because you don't have to tell everybody to walk around with a shirt.
I differ with that now.
I
think it should.
Listen now, I ain't finished. Now you're gonna go have sex with that man, of course. But if you just talking to the
get away
man
with
over
it,
the phone and you cry,
Bitch, I ain't lying. I'm just
How far you going, sister?
But it's not being mean about this situation. That's not having the tag on your head saying I'm trans.
No, we're not saying that.
If a motherfucker can't get it,
but that's not.
It's not safe.
It's not good for us.
I'm not sucking a fucking. He ain't got a motherfucking know. If he can't get the look by looking at it or hearing how it sounds, bitch, fuck him.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of like too far. I agree with both sides.
Because it's never safe. It's never safe.
But look,
but there is I think that
say it, girl. Spit it out.
Just because that does not make us subservient. I think that's the word I want to use because we are different types of women.
When you meet a cisgender woman, she doesn't have to say, I'm a lesbian, I'm
Right.
straight, I like dick, or I
Right.
like pussy.
Right.
So why do we, because, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because we're so unicornish, we're so different, we're so unique.
Fetished.
It's fetished.
Right.
And so most men, they don't look at us like a prize, or they don't look at us like that woman that's set above. So it's kind of like, it's like they're a white trans woman helped me with this on TikTok. She said they're not into even our gender, it's the genitalia. You was looking for pussy anyway, so it didn't matter what I was. If I had a pussy, you would have loved it.
Right.
So it's like, so now that changes the dynamic. So now we have to get in the mindset, oh, you want pussy, I better tell you that what I got before you see it. Because you never was into me no way. You wanted a nut. You wanted your dick wet. 9
times out of 10, a guy doesn't come to you for he doesn't come to you for an expectation, if I can use that word. He comes to you with an expectancy. He's hoping that you're fully functional. He's hoping that you have breasts. He's hoping that you use your penis. You know, that's 75% of the guys. To me, in my life.
Right, so what you're saying is most guys want trans women because of that. If you didn't have that, they won't want you.
Of course not. Because I've been with girls, even myself, because when you take hormones for an expected time, your junk don't work. So some guys have like dates or regular guys that I meet, they're like, oh, I thought your stuff worked, and so, and then you think, am I gonna ever be with somebody? So you slack up on the hormones, or you say work harder at getting my junk up. So you do special stuff. But if you find a guy that's all top, congratulations. But I'm thinking no guy is all top. They're gonna want to touch it, or something's gonna come about where your region is gonna be affected.
It's something about a horny man. Honey, he may not be with it, but it's on the right night, bitch. You looking all right and smelling good. He might be like, bitch, come on, let's get down and don't tell nobody. Y'all know
You need to let them choose if they want to do it or not.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this on piggybacking off of that. If you meet a guy and you tell him and he still wants to do it, do you have that shaky feeling inside that he might kill me?
Now, if I have a shaky feeling, I always go. I always
do.
have my first instinct.
We all
like
have
if I tell a guy
don't we?
and they be like, okay, I'm still with it, but if I still have like a nervous bone or my,
I would,
your woman intuition,
tingling, yeah, my intuition, tingling, I'm not going.
Okay, Manaya. The question is, once you reveal your dead person to them, what do you, and then they still want to go with you?
Well, first of all, I'm not coming into your space. You can come into my space where I can protect myself. I know where my gun is. I know where my things are.
Okay.
So, I would rather for you to come on my
turf.
I don't want to go to your house where your auntie, uncle could be hiding in the club and beat me up.
Yeah.
So I just, you just gotta be careful.
Well, we probably know what you about to say.
It depends. It's a dependable situation how it plays out. How I gotta play my cards.
But I think with me it's really getting to know. In my world, by the time sex is added to the equation, we know each other.
Okay.
And I use that time to kind of collect data and invest. Like I done met one of your friends. I done met your mama.
Okay.
So it ain't one of them
that
situations she tricked them. We know each other. They knew we was cool. So if anything went down, and then when I first meet you, you're not coming to my house because you could just be a little quick, a sweet tooth fix. And then my nigga could be on his way home. and I don't need you to peek in through windows or bust doors or what. I don't know you like that. Right. And then, as far as coming to your house, I'm serious. I don't know you like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We can meet at a Quick Trip or at a Walmart or something like that. But, you know, if you don't want to divulge where you stay, or we can chill in the car while I don't smoke, but while you smoke a blunt, and we can talk. But yeah, all that houses and all that kind of stuff. What? Yeah, baby, I don't know, because you know it get lonely around about 1 or 2 in the morning. And it'd be like a fine niggas that hit you up with that, what you doing text. Well, we all get it. So,
and you know what? The reason why I said it's not, I hate that because don't hit me up at night. Don't hit me up at no 2.
Don't rob
hit me up at 2 p.m. You know, not 2 a.m.
Don't rob it out.
You know, exactly.
You ain't gonna rob me, huh?
Exactly, they are.
No, men get horny at night and in the morning.
They do. They do.
So
they do.
So what if you do all that? What if you feel that you're playing your cards right and it still goes wrong?
Well, it was just meant to be.
It was just meant to be. You know, you can plan a picnic, but you can't
no wrong or right. We're all across the back.
That's just the way the ball bounces.
So there's no wrong or right outcome.
Yeah, you know, because you can only do what you can. You can never predict like motives. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if more of us, as far as the women that we are, if we had like standards and values, that would cut off a lot of bullshit. Because he would know. Trey know when to try you. That's one thing I like. That's one thing we learned about men. It's kind of like Steve Harvey saying, act like a woman but think like a man. Most men are seekers. They know by time, if y'all were to meet up, he know by time you walk up to him, I'ma fuck you. This is wife. This is girlfriend.
Correct.
You around the way. She just sucked dick.
Well, they think that about trans women.
They know that. They know that about time. But no, what I'm saying is that don't just cut off with cisgender women. That's across the board. A man know by the time he look at you what you about.
Really fucking fucked up.
Well, that's because most of them
because that's what they say.
They don't ask no cisgender woman to suck their dick in the bathroom, but they see us trotting through, trying to be seen. Come on. And they'll be like, oh, she that girl, she don't want
down because there's always somebody that's easy, so they don't really hound us down. They just say, come here.
Low self-esteem, insecure, looking for love and acceptance.
I get a lot.
Because you be like, leave me alone, and this and that.
But you smiling like that when you say, leave me alone.
But it's all right.
That's called a chase. That's what that's called.
90% of us have a camaraderie because we've done sex work.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Why do you think most trans women do sex work? They come up a lot.
Because we don't fit into society outside. So when we go to a job and nobody's told you, oh, wear your hair like this, or don't wear as much makeup, or learn how to shave your face, or go get an HR. See, you don't normally have people that tell you that you learn those steps along the way. And then when you go to these jobs, you looking like God knows what and who did it and why, and then you're wondering why you don't get hired, and then that you got a bill to pay, so you got to say, you know what? And normally and that turns into sex work, and the money's coming fast, and then you go get your hormones. Maybe you might buy them off the street, and then and then that leads into drugs. It's just a lot. But that's 90% of trans women's story that I've met. You know, I'm only speaking about my experience. And sometimes you get stuck. You know, we hear Manaya say it all the time. I don't want to go back to that, and you get stuck there. You might get stuck for 6 months or 6 years, but you get stuck. And it's a very bad place to be. I wasn't stuck. I chose to do it and stay there, but I know that life. I've lived that life, you know. And if a good trick come right now, I will live that life again.
A good old trick.
A good old trick. How do you guys maneuver through religion when they're teaching one thing that's really against our lifestyle? But we want to praise, and we want to commune, we want to praise in this temple. How do y'all navigate through that? How does it, what do you put it to the side? Do you go in as?
I'm gonna say this. First of all, you gotta find somewhere where you are accepted.
Right.
Quit trying to make people accept you and be okay with, your lifestyle or whatever the case may be, your life.
Because I don't like the word
lifestyle. I don't
either.
But I just say go somewhere where you are accepted.
When you bring God into it, you kind of suppress or you try to forget a lot of stuff, if that makes sense.
The other part is spirituality.
Of course.
Religion, in its original organ, is about control of the mind.
First, yes.
And so that's why you have Muslim and Buddhist and Christianity and Hinduism. All of these things have things to control your mind, to tell you how to think. And it's actually a freaking brilliant plan. Because if you can control somebody's mind,
you can control the world.
You can control their wallet.
Right.
You can control their thinking, their way of life. It's brilliant, but it keeps you confined.
Right.
And so spirituality, as we know, as the word says, where the spirit of the Lord is, there's what? Liberty. You're liberated. Mm-hmm. And so most churches don't. Church nowadays is more like the crack house. They'll give you a hit to get you to itch to come back next week. But they'll never tell you how great you are. They'll never tell you the unlocked potential you have inside of you so you can go out and really change the world.
Right.
You always have to be lesser than or need grace and mercy. You'll never be good enough. Your righteousness is as filthy rags and you'll never be good enough. So you got to come back to be great. But we got to keep you bound.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so
something.
What you learn, girl?
I'm learning.
Speak it. Learning a lot, bitch. Okay.
I think we as trans women, and I'm talking about as a whole, I think we don't dive deep. We're getting bodies done, going to get hormones, going to get hair, going to get nails, and we don't get that filler, that inside, because we want to project the way we look on the outside, how we feel on the inside to the world, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to sit back and do this the correct way. I'm going to go get me some mental health, because it's not your problem. It's the world that throws their problems on you. You know who you are. You're just projecting who you are, and it's the world's problem. Oh, you're a boy trying to be a girl, so it's not your problem. It's not your issue. It's the world's issue throwing it on you, and then you take that home with you, or I've taken it home with me.
Were there rooms that you felt like, ooh, bitch, I'm not finna go up in there?
Mm-hmm.
And did you turn yourself away?
I have.
I think sometimes it's just a self-esteem thing. Sometimes we be thinking that people paying attention to us and they're not even.
They're not. Yeah.
It's just what we used to. We used to ignorant people and thinking, oh, well, they're going to be judging me. They're going to be telling me. They're going to call me a man. They're going to say this. They're going to say that. I had a friend who went to church with me, and she pushed her titties up high as they would go. And I had to let her know. I'm serious. That's not the way that we go to church. But she was concerned about showing femininity. I want them not to think that I'm a man or whatever. But I was trying to let her know that that's not how we do. We don't go to church like that, and you don't worry about what people are thinking.
Well, I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that, because we all, even I don't care if we are the best or the worst, we all care about what other people say about us. We just
at the same time, we don't give a fuck.
You just can't walk around and just care what people think.
You try not to. You try not to.
Like I go out. I don't have nails all the time. I don't have my.
But I'm just saying the gist of it, because we have been conditioned to, I'm going to say it and y'all might not agree, I have to be 10 toes down better than a biological woman.
Oh, no, that's never.
I have
a whole penis between my legs. There's no way we could compete.
No, I'm not saying compete sexually. I'm saying compete like physically. I mean, like visually. I have to stand different from this woman. My thing is not even about her. I'm just
Our look alone is different.
Are you trans if you don't have any surgeries or any? And like I said, I don't think so, because trans is a word.
So you saying you believe that if a trans woman don't get the physical medical surgery, are they trans to you or they not?
I think they are.
I think they are.
Because like I said, trans is a word. It's your core. It's your insides that make you. You're not gay because you sleep with a man. You were gay before you slept with a man. Sleeping with a man is the meat on the sandwich. So trans is not a look to you guys.
It's not more so a look. It's also a feeling, because I can be stripped all the way down and I can actually see my authentic self and be like, okay, well, I feel fishy, but I may not look as fishy as I think, but it's more so a feeling.
That's true.
Wow.
Than a look nowadays.
Oh, y'all might be teaching me something. I just think that the world gives us this, like, I seen a picture and it had, oh my God, this trans girl was beautiful. And on the side of her, they said, I think they said 2,000 women and the 90s women. And the woman on the 90s, oh my God, they found the most horrible woman in the world to put against this trans woman. And I'm like, that's what they look at us as. We're not people. We are a look. We are, we're Barbie dolls compared to burnt dolls. You get what I'm saying?
But of course,
Well, to a man, you're a sex doll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would even say that's giving grace. I would say that nasty thought that could potentially come to reality through you.
What?
Yeah.
No!
Honey, after he bust a nut, watch what he do. Who is quiet in here now?
Because that ain't my story.
It's quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's really, if you want to know how a man feel, 9 times out of 10. Now, every case is different. But it's a certain reality to sit in with men after they come.
Oh yeah, baby, you know that mind change.
They done turned my mic off.
My mind change.
okay.
I can help a boy. I be like, you gotta go. Bye bye.
Even if you got to
I might have told you could stay tonight, but I changed my mind.
There you go.
Yeah, especially if you thorough for them bottoms that throw that ass bite. If you fuck with his mom,
away from me.
child, he gonna be like Road Runner, meet me and get the hell out.
Come on, me.
But no,
hold on, wine with these girls. Y'all drink the water. No.
Come on.
Oh my Lord.
oh Jesus.
When the man nut, he running.
But Trey be horny, honey. Then they be eating them damn Roman noodles all day and playing the game and shit. They be horny, honey. They just be ready for some freaky shit.
Do you want to do this again with the girls?
I would love to do this again with the girls that that are going to, because I think just like with the penis stuff, I think you have to be open and honest and say, like Manaya said, like I said, like you have to be open and honest. I have done it, and I probably will do it again. And just because you are a trans girl, that should not refrain you from doing it. That is a part of who you are. No matter what man you're dating or what, if you have not had the surgery, he wants to explore that. That's just a part of the trans experience. You bought a ticket, bring him on.